Hello, Aries. So, as usual, this reading is timeless. When it finds you, it's your reading at that time. It's a general reading, not a personal reading. So, some things may resonate and other things won't. Just leave the things that don't resonate and focus on the things that do, because there's lots of people who are getting messages here, right? And the other thing is that gender is very fluid in the tarot. So, there may be a man or a woman on the card. I may be talking about masculine or feminine energy. I may be saying you, but just know that any of those roles can be flipped when I come to do your reading. So if there's a man on the card and you identify as female, but it sounds like that your situation, then it's your situation, right? Don't worry about the gender. So yeah, everybody's welcome here, no matter your beliefs, and let's jump into it. Aries, I'm going to kind of try and save everybody a bit of time this week. I'm trying to speed things up. So your intuitive messages. As I started tuning into your energy, I heard a car alarm go off. So it gave me alarm bells might be ringing. You may have a car alarm going off around you at the moment. There may be some issues to do with your car right now. I'm hearing somebody may have broken into somebody's car, but alarm bells ringing. So there could be something that's like triggering that internal alert system for you. Maybe someone's not being quite open and honest with you, because I'm going to go into something else in a second. It also gave me Ring the Alarm, which I think is a Beyonce song. I'll look it up. All the songs that come through will be in that description box down below. Just hit the little kind of like downward V symbol at the bottom hand right of the screen, and yeah, so you can find your songs down there. Some may resonate, some may not. They might just prompt you to think about someone or something further. But Ring the Alarm, it goes, ring the alarm. It's been going on too long, I think. And I'll be damned if I see another chick on your arm. Ring the alarm, and I'll be damned if I see another chick on your arm. That's the way it was coming through to me. So I don't know if somebody suspects somebody of being a bit disloyal. Perhaps feelings of being a little bit vengeful. I don't like that for you. If it could be somebody's got. So somebody could have a new love interest and they could have a very vengeful ex. That might be one way that this is playing out for you. If you are in a vengeful energy, just really, really watch that, Aries, because you're actually attracting low vibrational energy towards you. You're attracting bad karma towards you. So the energy that you emit comes back to you. So if you are feeling quite vengeful, do your best to try and work through the feelings that you have and release them for your own good. Don't, it's not to do with anyone else, anyone who's hurt you. It's to do with you and your energy. And what's high vibrational for you, right? So anything that's negative, any kind of toxic, vengeful thoughts, if that's the way you're feeling, acknowledge that you feel that way. It's totally okay to feel whatever you're feeling, but try and work through it and channel that energy into something that's healthier for you, okay? I don't mean to give you a lecture there. I'm saying this because it's healthier for you. It's in your best interest to do that, right? So yeah, Ring the Alarm. She says something like, "I'll take your cash and your home if you let me go." So again, this kind of like, I'm gonna punish you for leaving me. Be very, very wary if that's your energy. I'm more picking up on somebody could have a new love interest and they've got a very, very vengeful ex, right? Like maybe they're going through a divorce and this person's like, "I'm going to take you for everything you've got. I'm going to punish you for walking out on me." That kind of energy. It's very toxic. I'm very uncomfortable with it. I heard a plane flying overhead. So somebody may be either traveling somewhere by plane or really wanting to travel by plane. I know that COVID restrictions are a big thing right now. So yeah, it could be something to do with travel for some of you, or actually literally being more high vibrational, being on a higher energetic level than the people around you who are perhaps behaving in a bit of a toxic way. What I got from this though, because then they gave me, I could see the word plane written PLAIN. So as in like a plain piece of paper or like an open plane. So I'm getting that you want to be able, you either maybe want a blank slate, right? Clean piece of paper, blank slate, because they were also showing me the full card from this deck, which is your card, and it means kind of like taking a leap of faith towards something new, completely like jumping out of a situation, and starting completely afresh. It's kind of like almost like leaving with practically nothing, just the bare essentials. So that could be something for some of you. For others of you, I'm getting that you want somebody to be very open with you, very plain. You could be dealing with somebody who's very plain speaking, but because of the song that I'm going to talk about next, it's more like you want somebody to be very direct with you, very open, very honest. It's like, just tell me how it is, right? Don't hide things from me. So again, this alarm bells, you may suspect somebody's acting in a bit of a deceptive way. Like, you know, your intuition tells you that they're not quite telling you everything that they should be telling you. Now, I also kind of got like, with that open plane, the visual of an open plane, I kind of got that someone could do, like, be on a rifle range, whether it's like in a computer game or like an open range, something to do like target practice or something like that. Like maybe someone does that kind of thing. I don't know. Shooting cans, they're showing me now. You know, if that's not you, leave it. It's just a message for somebody else. It doesn't mean that the whole reading's not for you. It's just trying to get someone's attention, right? The song that you got specifically for your reading that randomized on Spotify when I asked was Give Me All Your Loving by Madonna, Nicki Minaj and MIA, which is very interesting because sometimes artists and performers start to represent certain almost like I'm picking up on a certain person or a certain energy that's coming into my readings, and it manifests as a particular performer. So Madonna and Robbie Williams are examples of performers that come through quite a lot for me to sort of tell me, pay attention, this is that character that you've met in previous readings coming back. Now, it doesn't mean it's a specific individual. It more means that it's like an archetype for me of a way that a certain person's behaving or a certain energy is manifesting for a lot of people, you know, for a group at the moment. So now Madonna comes through for me as somebody who is very high vibrational, really sort of that Queen of Wands energy, that Leo energy of somebody who is very confident, knows exactly what she wants, you know, doesn't care what other people say about her. She's going to do what's right for her, and also kind of standing up for others. So Madonna comes through as a very magnetic, confident energy for me at the moment. Again, don't worry too much about what you think of the performer. It's not about our perceptions of the performer. It's the way that the energy over time represents itself in my readings. Nicki Minaj, for the past week or so, has been coming through. Now, I'm not saying anything bad about the performer. If you really like her, that's absolutely fine. But she's starting to symbolize for me almost like if you hear people talk about karmics, she's starting to symbolize a low vibrational karmic character. Now, I'm not saying that Nicki Minaj is low vibrational or karmic. You know, she's a businesswoman. She puts on alter egos as part of her job. Okay, I'm not saying anything bad about her. I love, in a similar way to Madonna, how she owns her sexuality. I love that about Nicki Minaj. Okay, I respect a lot of aspects of her, but through my readings and through the intuitive messages, she's representing a karmic energy. So, you know, it could be this vengeful karmic ex, you know, especially that kind of, you know, the kind of alter egos that she has that are very kind of almost childish, almost kind of like quite toxic, and she's just exercising a certain aspect of her personality, you know, certain emotions, certain feelings. She's magnifying that for that characterization, right? So I kind of want to sort of compare it to Amy Winehouse. Amy Winehouse was coming through for me quite a lot recently. Not so much now, but she was showing me that there was somebody who was going through kind of like addiction problems and kind of acting in low vibrational behavior because they were dealing with some kind of addiction. And I love Amy Winehouse. I think she was an amazing performer. So this isn't my personal feeling on these certain performers. It's the representation. I just really want to stress that for you. You know, Nicki Minaj fans, you don't need to come for me. I'm not saying anything bad about her. But this song, Give Me All Your Loving, so Madonna's talking about somebody coming towards her. It's like Madonna knows in this song, or you know, Aries, that there is somebody who's attracted to you, and you kind of like just spit it out. Like, I'm right here in front of you. Just, if you want me, say it. Come and get me. Take me. I'm here for the taking. It's that kind of energy. So, but it's this. She says, don't lie to me and pretend to be what you're not. It's like you accept this person, you like them, you're saying come towards me, but it's like you need to come correct. So this is very much for me, Aries, about you knowing your own worth, absolutely standing in that high vibrational Queen of Wands energy, again, whether you're male or female, or you see yourself as gender neutral, don't worry too much about the gender. It's the energy. So very confident, very strong, knowing your worth, not prepared to go running after anyone, liking this person, wanting them to come towards you, but saying to them, you need to come correct, you need to approach me in a very open and honest way, because that's how we want to get this relationship off onto a good foot. It's like, if you lie to me, if I pick up on any kind of deception, I'm just going to cut and run. Blank slate, open, honest communication is what you're after here. Yeah, that's everything from that. So I hope I've explained that well enough to you. I hope nobody's offended by my characterization there of different performers. Again, it's energy, not the actual physical person in real life. I'm so warm right now. We really, really need like a downpour, like those tropical storms to kind of clear the humidity out of the air. So I'm sorry if I'm shifting around and complaining about being sweaty. It is what it is. Right, 1 second. All right, so I just paused just to have a drink of water and just to cool myself down a little bit before we start. The plan for today, again, to save everybody a bit of time, we're already 11 minutes in. I just saw 11:22 on the timestamp for those who are watching number patterns. I am going to actually just pull this back a little bit. I'm going to pull your cards really quickly on camera and not discuss them. And then once I've pulled them, I'm going to pause, interpret them off camera, and come back and explain what that means to you, okay? Or what I'm picking up. If you get something different, absolutely trust your own intuition and your knowledge of your own personal situation. Again, it's general reading. So I'll just communicate the messages that come through me as the channel, right? So you've got action, very Aries energy, look at that. It also talks to me about coming into alignment, right? The yin yang of those horses. Horses could be a particular symbol for you. On the underlying here, you've got caring connection. So somebody, it does seem like we're getting a love reading. Somebody does seem to be taking action in regards to some kind of connection. If it's not a romantic relationship, it could be an action in regards to like friendship, action in regards to a work situation where somebody cares about you and then looking out for you. So yeah, action and caring connection. Lovely start to the reading. Okay, that was quite a few. So you have, oh, look at this as well, serendipity, regeneration, I'm only taking up rights, and imagine. So I just said about 11:22, you could be watching out for number patterns. You could be seeing signs and synchronicities right now. This is that kind of signs and synchronicities cards. So if you're getting kind of like, that intuition of like, maybe you have your eye on somebody and you keep hearing their name, or you keep thinking of them, or maybe you've made a joke about something and that reference keeps coming up around you. It's like, and you're like, is the universe trying to tell me something? This card says probably at this time, yeah. Regeneration says that there's somebody may have gone through some sort of ending of some sort, or a difficult time, but there's new growth. It may be a situation that is being revived, or it may be that you are feeling like you are starting to recover from a difficult time. It's like out of that pain comes growth. So do take that as it resonates for you. Imagine here is the ability to imagine a brighter future for yourself. So you've gone through something, possibly following the signs, and you are being led towards a much, much better future there with imagine. Orphaned, yeah. Yeah, some of you may have gone through something quite painful, maybe a painful breakup. Others of you may just be feeling a little bit shut out from certain situations right now. a little bit lonely. It kind of gives me lonely, a bit like not quite fitting in. It's kind of like the ugly duckling card for me. It just means that the people that you're trying to fit in with might not be right for you, right? You know, in that story, the ugly duckling is actually a swan, but it's trying to fit in with the cute little fluffy ducklings. It was never meant to be a cute little fluffy duckling. It was meant to be a beautiful, fully grown Queen and Wands swan, right? So it's like perhaps the universe is trying to tug you onto a path that suits you better, encouraging you to take action towards this brighter, newer future where there's going to be growth, and you're going to have a sense of purpose again. So I'm going to pull for your emotional space now. 3 cards. It's kind of like progressive. So Aries is emotional space, please. Oh, look at that. Oh my God, Empress. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Yeah, you're in very high vibrational energy, Aries, or you're moving that way. I love these. I love these cards. They're really, really nice. Can I just get a clarifier on that 4 of Pentacles though, please? 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Thank you. All right. Really, really nice. You may be revealing something, something you've kept hidden. All right, let's go to your thoughts. So 3 cards for Aries' thoughts, please, in consecutive. Which way, please? Make it clear. Thank you. Okay. And that's probably too many. I am seeing the star card though, which is really nice. Can I get 1 card, please? 3 cards again. The number, that was actually 4 cards, then 3 cards. Okay, can you stop being playful now, please, and give me 1 card for Aries' thoughts? Thank you. Okay. You are absolutely moving out of a situation that has been where you've been carrying a lot of burdens, and you're moving forwards to something. You're coming out of choppy waters, out of something that was difficult, and it's like the universe is leading you towards a calmer place. Just to look at the baggage here, like the emotional baggage on these cards. You're moving forwards. There is a need, I think, to drop the heavy burdens, the heavy loads from the past. It may be that you are physically moving and you're unable to take, say you were moving house, the more stuff you have, the harder it is to move. So the lighter you can make your life, the easier it's going to be for you to move forwards towards this new brighter future that the universe is trying to guide you to. Again, I can even see here this kind of 2 of Pentacles hiding underneath the deck, and it has the same meaning for me. It's like being pulled in 2 different directions, and you have this heavy bag that's kind of weighing you down, and then this kind of light airy bag which is talking to me about this Imagine card, which is the future possibilities that you could move towards. But yeah, you've just be careful that you're not carrying baggage from the past, whether that's emotional or physical, as you move forward. Or, thoughts, it's showing in your thoughts here. Aries' action space, please, in regards to the 9 of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. I love it. I love it. Aries, you're doing very well. Doing very, very well. You're absolutely on the right path. You've got the cover card. I don't know if you can read that yet, but I'll read it out to you in a minute. Again, it's throwing too many cards out at me. You could be experiencing, when the cards do this, when they give me a lot of cards at once, it tells me there's some kind of fallout. So it could be that you're dealing with the fallout of a situation where something's occurred and you're kind of having to deal with the after effects of that. Or there could be literally like some kind of arguments or disagreements with you or an individual or a group of others. So some kind of fallout energy is showing up in your reading. It's happened 3 times now. There you go. As I'm talking about a fallout, you get the card about conflicts and fighting. Tell me action space in regards to 10 of Wands. Okay, thank you. Oh, there we go. Thank goodness. Okay, there is an end in sight, Aries. There is completion. You've got 2 of Pentacles again. You're in the transition here. you're sort of feeling a bit torn between the past and the future, dealing with closing out these things from the past, and trying to move towards a brighter future. I can see that immediately. I don't even have to pause. I know quite a lot of what your cards are saying here. So I'll start here with this Nine of Wands. This is emotionally you have, you've been through the ringer. They're showing me a washing machine, Aries. It's like you've been inside an emotional washing machine, kind of, getting battered around in there. It's been very choppy waters emotionally for you. You're feeling very emotionally battered and bruised, I feel, or you have been feeling very emotionally battered and bruised. I feel like you've been dealing with something tangible and practical. I feel like it's in relation to others, where you've been fighting some kind of battle here, because this is showing up in your actual physical action space. This Five of Wands energy, which shows me there's conflict with others or some kind of competition. There's something that's been very, very challenging for you in your physical environment, where you've either you've been fighting for something, or you've been fighting with people, or you've had this sense of kind of having to really prove yourself in some way. It looks very, very challenging. It's very physically challenging card. So yeah, this, whatever you've been dealing with, the Nine of Wands tells me that for a while there, it felt like there was no end in sight. You may have, often felt like almost giving up with this situation. The Nine of Wands is kind of like, it's called the Wounded Warrior, and the symbology that they give me is somebody falling to their knees and picking themselves up again, falling to the knees, picking themselves up again. It's like, if I just have to keep taking one step at a time, day by day, I just have to keep picking myself up and keep going. There's nothing else I can do in this situation. And that's really going on emotionally for you. But what I love about the Nine of Wands, in a weird way, it's one of my favorite cards, because it shows me that, and I'm not trying to make light of your situation here. I know this is like literally emotionally exhausting for you. But you can see here it leads to the Empress or the Emperor. So I always say the Emperor and the Empress are, like, in the upright, very high vibrational cards. This is actually like bossing your own life. They're all four queens or all four kings of the tarot. So it's like becoming very successful in terms of the capability you have in taking the lead in your own life, taking control of your own life, knowing what you want, what you desire, what you feel, being very comfortable with that, and having the actual tangible skills in terms of like practical skills and intelligence and communication skills in order to achieve whatever you want. Now, of course, there are obstacles placed in our paths a lot of the time. That even happens with emperors and empresses, but they know that they can handle it. They've got that sense of high vibrational self-worth and confidence that I was picking up on at the start of the reading. So they achieve this. You're not born an emperor or an empress. You achieve it through these difficult life experiences, where you have to kind of prove yourself to the universe to say, you can knock me down, universe, but I'm going to pick myself up and I'm going to keep going, because I know that I deserve better. And this is what's happening for you, Aries. Oh my God, I've just got goosebumps all over. Absolutely, like, full body intense goosebumps. I also, at the same time, I got a stab in my hand there, so I don't know if that means anything to anybody, but those goosebumps, that's the universe. That's like the presence of higher powers, like, strong there. I feel like the universe has seen this struggle for you. The universe designs these struggles for us because they know, the universe knows what we need. They know where the weak parts of our soul are. They know what we need to work on, so they give us these challenges to because the universe knows how much we can handle. The universe wouldn't give us these challenges if they didn't think we were up to it, right? So really, what you've learned here emotionally is a huge lesson in your own self-worth, and what you deserve and what you don't deserve. You've learned a lesson here. It's like, I'm never doing that again. I'm never going through that again. I am not putting myself in that position in the future. With this kind of battle that's going on here, I can see that there is some kind of hold up for you where you're not getting the success or the recognition that you deserve with this Six of Wands in the reverse. This is like, you know, people should be seeing your worth. They should have you up on a pedestal. They should be singing your praises. They should be, yeah, reward and recognition for a job well done, right? And you're showing as the Empress. So absolutely, you know, this is what the Empress deserves, you know? It may be saying to me, another way I can read this, sorry, is that somebody may be stepping out of the limelight. I'm just thinking because she's resting. So emotionally perhaps taking a break from your responsibilities, feeling exhausted. It's like the Empress has done that work. She's been on that journey, but now she's emotionally exhausted. The Empress is resting. So I am reading this as you, Aries. Just knowing who you are, being very secure in, you know, you've done a lot of emotional work, so you know now your worth, you know what you want, you know what you deserve. There's some kind of battle going on around you, and you've almost taken yourself away from it. It's like, I'm not going to waste my energy fighting with these people or fighting for something or against something. I'm better than that. I'm absolutely better than that. I'm going to let the universe play out. I'm going to do what I need to do and then step away. So you are moving in the right direction here. You are doing the right things at this point in the reading. I want to go here as well. You are a badass being. So this is in your action space. This is like Empress in your emotions, knowing that you have this goddess within, you know, or God within, if depending on how you lean gender-wise. You are a badass being full of life, love and possibilities. Through this deck, may you find a path to your best self. So you know this, it's manifesting here in your action space, which could actually be why this kind of jealous energy perhaps is coming out in others, because they see you in this high vibrational state, you know, inwards and showing it outwards. And, you know, there's jealousy around this, but, you know, when you get into a very high vibrational energy, it triggers the people around you, because it's like, well, why aren't I in that high vibrational energy? Why aren't I getting that, you know, these opportunities? Because here, this Ace of Pentacles in your thoughts, you're thinking about some kind of opportunity or gift here. There's something new that you are wanting to get your hands on, right? There's a new seed, an idea of a new seed that you are actually willing to plant. It's like, this could actually be something real here. This could lead me to my success. Now, the success is like this hold up. So you're thinking about this. You're thinking, it could be that you invested in something and you weren't recognized for it. You know, people didn't see your worth. Your efforts weren't appreciated where you were. I feel like this is involving this past situation. I feel like you really went for something, and it's like it went nowhere, or like people devalued you. So you, being this Empress within, you know, facing this, you're like, I'm out of this situation. I am packing my bags and I'm walking away. Really feels like removing yourself from the situation. First of all, you've removed yourself emotionally here. This is like emotionally distancing yourself. You could be one of these people. You could be stood in the middle of all these people, but emotionally, it's like, I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm sorry about swearing. It's like, emotionally, I don't care what these people are doing anymore. I don't care anymore. I've emotionally removed myself here. So from emotionally removing yourself, you start to think about how to remove yourself. So yeah, there's this thing about, make sure you're not carrying too much emotional baggage. You may have to kind of like drop some burdens here. And this is what you know. It's in your thoughts. You know this. You're figuring out how to do it. Now, it's really nice that we have the 9 of Wands emotionally leading to the 10 of Wands in your thoughts, because this shows that you are almost like preparing to take action on what you feel. So you know that you've been burdened. You know that perhaps other people have taken advantage of you because you're showing us very, very capable. And it's like, I'm done with this situation. I've invested so much of myself here, and all it's brought me is conflict. So literally, like, leaving those choppy waters. Oh my God, look what's underneath it. It's your card, the Fool. I told you. The Fool and Justice. It's like this, you're meant to do this, and you know it. You know it. Look at all this major arcana here, and Strength. Look at that. like Aries, look at that, 4 major arcana in a row. So it's like as soon as you leave that situation, as soon as you let the universe guide you forward with that high priestess, it is going to take a lot of strength and courage to do this, whatever it is, but it leads to a fresh start. It leads to justice and positive karma playing out for you. It leads you to trust your intuition. It leads you to a place where you feel strong and confident. I told you I was picking up on Leo energy. I was also picking up on Queen of Swords energy at the beginning of the reading, and she's here as well. I don't think I mentioned it, but it was very much that kind of that need for honesty, that need for clarity, the need for a clean slate. Very Queen of Swords energy. So you may have Libra in your chart. Libra there as well. Libra Leo is coming through strongly in your reading. This is Libra Taurus as well. Yeah. So yeah. So what I really love about your reading, Aries, is that first you're feeling things, and then you're processing things, and then you're actually actioning it in your tangible reality. You're quite in alignment here. The 10 of Wands is an ending. It's an end to those burdens that you've been carrying in the 9 of Wands card. It's like, you know, like how I was saying, it's like you keep getting knocked down and picking yourself up. This is like reaching the end. It's like very, very close to getting, you know, to the place where you can rest. So really positive. 10s are about endings, and then you get the new beginning. The World is closure, closing out a cycle, ending a phase of learning karmic lessons, really wrapping things up. It can also talk again about global travel, or traveling a considerable distance, because the World card obviously is the globe, and it represents the World Wide Web as well, which, so there could be something, you could be researching, like, because this is your action space, researching how to move, literally packing your bags, you know, clearing out the clutter, giving away things that you no longer need so that you can travel more lightly. You're taking action on your thoughts here. Very, very strong. So yeah, absolutely wrapping something up, and you're going to move forward, and you're going to go to something that's much brighter and better for you. It's like, imagine the potential once you get out of this. So absolutely what showed up here with this regeneration card, you know, leaving this fiery energy behind, but having this gorgeous new growth and potential. The Empress is potential. Absolutely follow the signs. Trust your intuition, trust your own knowledge of what feels good to you and what feels toxic, right? This is toxic, this is good. This is good. Learn those lessons, learn the lesson, and then drop the emotional baggage is a big message there. Finally, up here, with the 4 of Pentacles, if you've been very guarded, I feel like you're starting to get less guarded here emotionally. Because you've been very challenged here, I feel like you could have absolutely put emotional walls up. It's almost like that Empress is completely emotionally distance herself from anything that's going on outside that castle. So here it's like, with it being in reverse, it's like you're starting to emotionally open up and let those emotions back in. It's like now is the time to drop the defenses, to drop the shield. It could talk also though about if you felt like, it could be with the 8 of Pentacles here as well, which is very much a card about work. It's about working on something, doing it over and over again, and kind of mastering a skill. With these 2 cards together, I'm kind of getting that you could have been actually saving money, you know, especially if you're physically moving. You could have been putting money aside, working very, very hard here, putting money aside and trying to save money. Now, it could be that you've completed that, you're no longer saving money, you've accomplished it, or it could be something to do with you feel like you don't, because it's the opposite. It's basically in the reverse, it's the opposite. So 4 of Pentacles can talk to me about holding on to money, being miserly. So it could also be like you're working on letting go of an emotional need to hold on to something. So again, it could be that you've been holding on to a situation or a person or an emotion, whatever that baggage is for you from the past. You're releasing it, or you're working on releasing it here emotionally. So Aries, very, very strong reading, very positive. Not positive because you've clearly been through something, you've clearly had to deal with something in your, I feel like it's like in your past, right? It's kind of like the fallout from something from your past. So an example, and it doesn't have to be this for everybody, but it could be like you made the decision to get divorced, and then because of COVID, actually dealing with it has been a long drawn out process, and people are, you know, there's arguments, there's people are contesting things. I'm just thinking, because you had that line in the song that said, take your cash and your home, right? So it's like you there was times when you felt like, I'm not going to have any success here. You know, I want to be valued for, you know, especially this could be like a mother, like the effort that I'd put in. I've kept the house home, I've kept the children cleaned and fed and nurtured and loved, you know, and I haven't earned any money, but that, you know, that is a job. It's an unpaid job, and it's the most important job in the world, if you like. So there's a sense of like perhaps not being recognized for your duties in some kind of like nurturing role, right? It doesn't have to be that for everybody. Again, it's different stories for different people. I'm just giving you an example of how this could play into something. So yeah, literally selling the house, packing up, going where you want to go. This is like, I'm not tied here anymore. I'm not tied to this situation anymore. This used to be where my roots are, but now like the house is sold anyway, and like I've earned some money, and like the world is my oyster. Imagine the future, imagine the potential, imagine all the things I could do and be. So very positive reading, Aries, because you're actually shown as so high vibrational, doing all the right things, you know, picking yourself up, keeping going, taking yourself out of any drama or conflicts, releasing that emotional baggage here, you know, very much in alignment, knowing, you know, actually it physically in your tangible reality, doing the things that show that you're an empress within, or realizing you're an empress because you've had to do all this stuff. And then yeah, absolutely working on your emotions. You've done everything right, Aries. You are very high vibrational. So I feel like that toxic energy that I was picking up on is, again, it could be a vengeful ex, or you know, like a karmic partner of somebody. You're showing us doing everything absolutely right. Really, really good. Let's pull you an advice card though, please, for the people who are resonating with this. That's too many, again, with this fallout energy. Brown bear I saw there. Take time to be at home. Clear out the clutter at home, right? You've got the message that Libra and Pisces keep getting at the moment. It's driving me crazy. Can I just get one card, please, as an advice? Thank you. Skunk spirit. Look at that. Know your worth. Know your worth. Little yellow flowers as well, symbolizing loyalty for me. Skunk spirit. You're not a skunk, right? You're not a skunk. Know your worth. You know, hold on to that in that emotional high value, right? Know your worth. We want this in the upright. We want you to think of yourself as successful. And you've got Nightingale. I love this card. Nightingale spirit. Love is all around. So let's read that one for you. Look at this. I might actually come in under 40 minutes. I don't know if some of you are age 40 or 41, just because I was saying 40 and then I looked at 41, or it could be showing there's some kind of progression. I was picking up on progression from like the 9 of Wands to the 10 of Wands. So this is showing that, you know, it may be a slow process, but there is progression here. All right, guys, are you ready for your advice card? Love is all around. In the darkness of night, Nightingale's spirit sings her song of love and hope, a harbinger of dawn to remind you that the sun will rise again soon. Absolutely. Aries, you are so loved, and the illumination song of the Nightingale spirit calls you to a new level of self-awareness and connection with the light. This is where you're going. If you're here, you're heading towards this, right? It is going to end. Yes, there is shadow and darkness, but love and prosperity exist everywhere, even in the seeming emptiness of space, darkness, and even a starless night. It's funny because I was seeing stars at the start of the reading. I didn't write it down, so I'm kicking myself now. Hearken to the message, letting the music of the Nightingale's song remind you that love is all around. Feel it and trust in tomorrow's light. Renewing your ability to recognize that the spaces that appear empty are filled with love and abundance. Illumination will happen soon. All right, Aries, I hope that was helpful to you. Take what resonates, leave anything that didn't. You know, same as usual, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell if anything particularly resonated. Love that. If it didn't, just walk away. You don't have to leave me a dislike. It shows more about you than it does about me. And, you know, stealth watchers are always welcome too. I appreciate you totting up those watch hours for me. That's really, really helpful. So When I close out this reading, I'm going to randomize you 2 more songs. So go and look in that description box down below for your song list. The second to last song is going to be what the universe thinks you need to hear right now. And the very last song is going to be what the universe is trying to give you in terms of advice. So whatever you get from that, whether it's, oh, I hate this song, you know, there's something in that for you. Look at the lyrics. Maybe it's something to do with the name of the performer. Maybe there's a particular image in the music video that stands out to you. Whatever you get from it, take it. If it means nothing at all to you, just leave it. All right, guys, I hope that was helpful. And I nearly said happy birthday. Maybe it's it's not your birthday, so maybe it's somebody's birthday around you. Maybe you're going to be saying happy birthday. I'm going to leave it there. Do take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye, Aries.